Hello there, YouTube people. I'm Dustin Cormier, and you guys are watching How to Rock a Campfire. Today's episode is going to be on a song called The Loner by Neil Young. Obviously, Neil Young, right? So this kind of a pretty funky tune. He starts off by doing... I guess I'll show you guys the intro and stuff, and then I'll show you how to kind of go through it all. What he's doing is he's starting off with... it's sort of like the high end of an A chord, except it's one of these style chords where it's a movable on the treble aspect of the guitar. So you bring your third finger onto the 10th fret of the G string, fourth finger on the 10th fret of the B, and then first finger on the 8th fret of the high E. And that makes it's sort of like a high F chord, right? So this first part is basically F, G, C, D, C, C, D, and that we're translating that to a higher octave. F, G, C, D, and then C, C, D. Okay, and that's kind of like what they're doing in the recording. What I like to do just for How to Rock a Campfire acoustic intro is you go, you're playing the open chord with that F on the face of the chord, and you're going F, G, and then you're going C, D. That's what I like to do, right? You go from the high F and then the high G, and then you'd go to a quick C to a D chord instead of the high parts, right? So you're going down, 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 C, D. Now G, D, and C, D, right? And then this is basically when we come into the verse part. He's a perfect stranger, like a cross of himself and a fox. So yeah, we're going on the G part. We're going chuck 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 chuck, and that's a G7th, mind you, with your third finger on the 3rd fret of the D. Chuck 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 down 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 down. So the rhythm for after that after the vocal lines is D. You hit the D twice, and then you hit while it's syncopated, you hit the G/D. And that's what that chord is that the bass is still a D chord, just like up here with the high F to the high G. The bass is still the D note, except that the trebly face of the chord is a G chord. G, G/D, and then D, right? So you're going D, G, G, D, D, G, D, G, D. He's a feeling arranger and a changer of the ways he talks. He's a unforeseen danger and a keeper of the keys to the locks. And then we go G minor. No, when you see him. So that's G minor to the A minor. Or sorry, G minor 7th rather. G minor 7th to the A minor 7th. Nothing can free him. Step inside, open wide. It's the loner. I kind of screwed that up, but that's when you go back to the intro part again, right? F, high F to the high G, and then C, D, C, C, D. If you see him on the subway, he'll be down at the end of the car. Right, so then you go through the whole thing, blah blah blah, till he knows that you are, and then you do the chorus again. Now when you see him, nothing can free him. Step inside, open wide. It's the loner. So what I like to do on this part, it's obviously it's kind of more conducive to an electric guitar jam. But if you got a bunch of people that know this song and know when to do this part and how to do the specific melody, then it works out. It really sounds out as you're listening to it. And what you're doing is you want to try to do the melody of this part. You want to try to do that while keeping the regular chord sort of handy. Now how I like to do that is I do a 3-fingered F chord, and I use my pinky to go up to the 3rd fret of the B string to hit that high D note, because you're going C, D, A, which is all part of the F chord. C, D, F, A, G, F, right? So 1st fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret of the G string, then open, and then 3rd fret of the D. So when you go to that D chord, you land with your pinky on the F sharp, because that's what they kind of like do in the song or whatever, right? So you're going. C, D, A, G, F, and then F sharp, A, G, A, right? Bam, 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 bam. And then you do that twice, and then it goes back into the last verse, right? And then you do the last verse, and then it goes to the chorus again. And then I think it also goes into that last little bridge part once again before it leaves the song, okay? So I'm going to tie all these little looping parts together that I just shown you so you can actually hear what the song sounds like when you play it the whole way through. So this is The Loner by Neil Young. It's an old classic one. And I hope you guys dig it. I love Neil Young. I love this classic stuff, so... stranger, like a cross of himself and a fox. He's a feeling arranger and a changer of the ways he talks. He's the unforeseen danger and a keeper of the keys to the locks. No, when you see when you get off at the station alone, he'll know that you are. No, when you see him, nothing can free him. Step inside, open wide, it's the loner. She had something that he needed. day that she left, he died, but it did not show. No, when you see him, nothing can free him. Step inside, open wide, it's the loner. Something like that anyway, folks. So that was The Loner by Neil Young. I'm Dustin Cormier, playing some Neil Young tune for you guys for Neil Young's birthday, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little tidbit. And I'll see you guys on the flip side.